All right, everybody, how you doing? Running about a minute late today, so waiting for everybody to come on. I'm doing things a little bit differently today. I am standing instead of sitting, so trying out some new things with the tripod. Hopefully, I think it'll be cool with me standing because I can be a little bit more animated and I can be a little bit more myself because if you know how I am, I like to move around. How you doing, Matt? How you doing, Bobby? And so if I can't move around, maybe it's a little bit more boring. The trouble is the screen's only so big, and if I can go up and out, who knows? Maybe I'll lose the screen sometime, so I'm going to do my best not to do that. All right, welcome, Mike. Welcome, Lisette. How's everybody doing? So what we're going to be talking about today in just a second is, and it's apropos, right? Because you all know that I didn't have the timing this good. I've been trying to get these books to come out for months. But with the book releasing today, it's very apropos that today's topic was going to be time management during the holiday season. So that's what we're going to be talking about real quick today is time management. How you doing, Eric? Time management during the holiday season. And what a coinky-dink that today, I know Facebook Live doesn't show this to you reversed. You're going to see it all backwards right now. But today on Amazon, the Power Planner, right? Your daily blueprint to a productive and profitable life. Be powerful, be productive, be profitable. The Power Planner is on Amazon. You can just go to Amazon and search Dan Smith Power Planner, Power Planner Dan Smith, either or whatever. It is there. It is a monster of a planner. It was designed custom for me as a PDF, and then after using it, tweaking it, changing it, using it, tweaking it, changing it as a PDF, we turned it into a book. So it is out there today. And since we're talking about time management today, wow, how cool that I get to mention this. So it is out there. Go get your copy. Last I looked before getting on here, yeah, it's a big book, right, Jack? It was trending on Amazon as the number 23 hottest new release. So if everybody would go pick up their copies today, and we'll see if we can get that higher, that would be awesome. I would appreciate it. The Power Planner. All right, so in the Power Planner, there's obviously lots of places to write down things and to keep track of things because the holidays are upon us. Today is the 6th, right? The 6th of December. And what happens on the 6th of December? Well, probably not a whole lot different than happened on the 5th and the 7th of December, which is very similar to probably what happened on like the 27th of November, and for a lot of people even happened on the 15th of November. And that is in the real estate community, right? If you guys have been watching The Broke Agent, you've been seeing a lot of fun stuff go on his page and site about agents who don't work. But that is what's happening right now. You go into your offices, it is like a graveyard. There's nobody there. You go into there are no sales meetings. They've canceled those kind of things happening, right? There is a lot of people who have just closed up shop and are not out there in the end of November, and then December it gets even worse and worse, and less and less and less people show up. Why is that? Well, because they're just kind of making up their schedule every morning when they wake up. So what I want to talk about real quick today is how to make some money in December. Because I'll tell you, December is probably one of the most important months of the year. Because everybody you run into in December is probably going to say the same thing to you if you bring up real estate. They're going to say, yo, dude, I don't want to sell my house right now. I got a freaking Christmas tree up. I got presents. I don't want people coming through my house. I don't want people stealing my shit, right? I mean, so they're not going to want to sell. If they're not already for sale, guys and gals, the odds are like finding somebody brand new, cold, and getting them to sell with you right now is going to be rough. And that's why a lot of agents decide to take the whole month or quarter or whatever off. But I'm telling you, the people that you run into, just because they're not going to be doing anything because their Christmas tree is up and their stockings are hung and all that good stuff, there's a good chance they're going to be doing something come January, February, March in the first quarter. And this is a great time of the year to be building your first quarter hit list. Your people who are you going to get in touch with and talk to and follow up with and stalk, right, in the first quarter. So what should you be doing time management wise in December in order to make that happen? What I suggest you all do, none of you are using the Power Planner because none of you can have it. It just came out today. But whatever calendar you're using, you might be using the one in your phone right there. By the way, if you haven't hit share yet, please do so. You might be using the one in your phone. You might be using a Franklin Covey planner. You might be using the free planners that the title reps give you. Whatever calendar system you're using, I'd encourage you today to go through and look from today through January 1st, because you should all be back at work on January 2nd, because it's a Tuesday and it's the middle of the week and there's no reason not to be. So from today through January 1st, determine what days you're going to work and what days you're going to have off. Because you're going to have a lot of days off, and you should have a lot of days off. It's the holidays, and it is slower. It doesn't mean business has stopped, though. If you think business has stopped, go to your MLS. See how many properties were listed yesterday. See how many properties sold yesterday. And ask yourself, how many of those were mine? And if the answer is not a lot, then you're missing some opportunities, so we don't want to take all of December off. Business is still happening, okay? So go through from today all the way through January 1st, knowing you're going back to work on January 2nd, and decide what days are you working and what days are you taking off and what days are you doing a half day. And be honest with it. Be like, you know what? I'm not going to work Christmas or Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve. I'm not even going to work the day before Christmas Eve. I'm going to stop working on the 18th or the 19th or the 20th or the 21st. I'm going to take off the 26th, the 27th, the 28th. I might go back to work the 29th and the 30th, and I'm going to take off the 31st and the 1st because I don't want to work all the time because it's going to be slower, and I want to enjoy my family, and I want to enjoy the fun times, and I want to enjoy the holidays, man. And I get that. I'm cool with that. But that doesn't mean you take off from December 6th through January 1st, okay? That means you take off like December 17th or 18th or 19th or 20th or 21st, whatever it is, through whatever it is, okay? So set a calendar. Days you're going to work, days you're going to be off, days you're going to be halfway working and halfway off. When you wake up in the morning, you don't get to fake it. You don't get to be like, what do I want to do today? Do I want to bake? Do I want to wrap? Do I want to Christmas shop? Should I go to work? I don't know. Do you think there's any work out there? Stop it. Follow your schedule. Set a realistic schedule from now through the holidays and follow it. And then when you go in and work for a half day, work your ass off that half day. You know what? Don't just take that. Don't go in there and just like be busy. If you're going to work a half day, then go work a half day. And if you're going to work a full day, then you go work a full day. And check this out. If you're going to take a day off, then take the day off. Have some fun. Do something good with it. But don't, the old Jim Rohn saying, don't try to work when you're at play and play when you're at work. It never works out. Okay? Just do what you're supposed to do. Work the whole day, take the whole day off, work half the day and take half the day off. Set your schedule now for the beginning of, for right now, through the beginning of the year, so that every day you get to be guilt-free. Now check that out. That's a big one. Real estate agents are like, you're like Catholic, Jewish, guilt-ridden people for some reason. And everybody gets really guilty. You're like, oh, should I be working? I don't know. Maybe I should be off. Oh, but I want to spend some time with my family and I feel like I'm neglecting. Oh, I don't know what to do, Dan. Right? Hey, just set your schedule and follow it. You're guilt-free. You did what you were supposed to do. You thought about it, you planned it out, and now you're executing that plan. So that's my advice. Now, for next year, come January, on the 2nd, I'm going to say that your schedule would probably be a whole lot better if you had something like this that you could follow and put into action. Right? This is the proof. It's the first one that's out there. See, it's a proof. And these are notes that I'm making for the next edition, the changes I might make to little things, right? And I'm actually using the proof myself right now to do my stuff every day, all right? Because just like you, my actual non-proof book is coming, and I'll have it in time for the beginning of January, so you should go out there and get yours too. Just saying. I think it's a good book. Happen to know the guy who knows the guy who made it. Okay, now, a couple of other things for you who are in Southern California. Next week, I have the free Toys for Tots event, the annual event that we do. It's going to be in Mission Viejo. I'm going to put this down because it's backwards. You can't read it on live anyway. It's a free event. I think there are 10, 11 tickets left last time I looked earlier this morning. The room's rather limited. Hey, 2 hours, a workshop, lead generation and lead conversion. We're going to have food, we're going to have drinks, we're going to celebrate the holidays, and we're going to do some kick-ass stuff talking about lead generation and lead conversion. It's free. You don't have to buy a ticket. All you got to do is show up. But I ask that you bring some Toys for Tots. It's the fundraiser, the organization, the charity that we are fundraising for. And so bring a couple of toys valued $10 or more that are unwrapped, because that's how Toys for Tots like them. The Marines are going to be here picking them up. It is a U.S. Marine Corps charity that does this. So bring those things, please, if you're going to come. But get involved. Get one of those tickets. It's going to be a really good time if you're in Southern California next Friday, December the 15th, from 10 until noon. All right, and then last but not least, I'll hold it up, then I'll put it down because it's backwards. We have the Jumpstart Your Real Estate Retreat going on in January, the 29th and the 30th. Don't forget about it. Tickets are still available. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be on stage for like maybe an hour and a half talking, maybe presenting over the course of 2 or 3 different things. But unlike a lot of past Jumpstart retreats, I'm not going to be the person presenting you with material. I've brought in, and you can't read it, but you can see, I am bringing in over 25 of the nation's best and brightest and most successful agents, superstars, brokers, just minds in general, to share and to collaborate and to offer up to you and tell you what they're doing and what's working for them. So get involved, be at this event. Now, through December, I'm running a special. So if you go to the ticketing site, and it's a ticketing site for this one and for the Toys for Tots, by the way, the exact same site. And that is bydansmith.eventbrite.com. BYDANSMITH.eventbrite, spelled BRITE.com. And there you'll have two choices, Toys for Tots or the Jumpstart. Toys for Tots is free. Go get your ticket before they're gone, but don't be a jerk and get a ticket and then not show up and the kids don't get the toys. That'd be bad. And then the Jumpstart, you enter the promo code. All right, and the promo code to get your ticket for half price is Early Bird. If you enter Early Bird in the month of December, you're going to get your ticket for half price. So go out there and do that. It's going to be an event that you cannot afford to miss. All right, everybody, so that's what I have today. Any questions? Let's open it up now to questions. I don't think I've seen any. I've kind of been paying attention. Normally you guys have them as I'm going along, but nobody did this time. So questions about the holidays, scheduling, time management, any of that good stuff. Maybe some questions about the Toys for Tots or the Jumpstart or the book as well, but really, like whatever you guys have questions about that we just talked about. I know there's a little bit of a lag here before it comes on, so I'm going to give it, just a couple of seconds to see if a question comes up. And if it does, great, I'll answer it for you. And if it doesn't, then we'll wrap this thing up here shortly. For those of you who are on, I saw Ron come on, Andre, Coco. Thank you very much for participating live. If you do me a favor, though, everybody who's on right now, if you'd hit the share button down in the corner, I'd really appreciate that, because even though it's not live, people can still watch this, find out about having a better time management system in December, find out about the Toys for Tots charity event. So if you'd hit share, they can find out about it by you doing that even once the live broadcast is done. So please do that for me. Okay, it doesn't look like any questions are coming through. Everybody have a good one. Next week, we're going to be talking about what should you do from the time you take off until the time you come back to work in January. That's going to be our last Real Deal session of 2017. All right, and we're going to be talking about what to do in that holiday dead space area. If, in fact, you want to try to be productive, what would be the most productive thing you can do? So that'll be next week's topic. So tune in, let your friends, your coworkers, heck, you can even let your enemies know about it. All right, and I'll talk to everybody